Bonsoir, mesdames, messieurs, et bienvenue à cette première rencontre de la série opposant l'équipe nationale de l'Union soviétique à l'équipe canadienne 74. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the opening game of the second seven series between the national team of the USSR and Team Canada 74. Maintenant, permettez-moi de vous présenter les membres de l'équipe nationale de l'URSS. And now, may I introduce the members of the national team of the Soviet Union. L'instructeur, the coach, Boris Kulagin. Coaches, les entraîneurs adjoints, Konstantin Loktev et Vladimir Yursinov. J'aimerais également vous présenter le responsable des sports d'hiver en URSS. I would also like to introduce to you the Chief of Winter Sports Department in USSR, Monsieur Valéry Sitz. Maintenant, les joueurs. Now the players. Le capitaine, le captain, le numéro 13, number 13, Alexander ou Boris Mikhailov. Le numéro 1, number 1, Alexander Sidelnikov. Le numéro 3, number 3, Vladimir Luchenko. Le numéro 2, number 2, Alexander Gusev. Le numéro 5, number 5, Yuri Lapkin. Le numéro 6, number 6, Valéry Vassiliev. Le numéro 7, number 7, Gennady Tsigankov. Le numéro 12, number 12, Viktor Kuznetsov. Le numéro 11, number 11, Yuri Lebedev. Le numéro 10, number 10, Alexander Maltsev. Le numéro 24, number 24, Alexander Bodunov. Le numéro 16, number 16, Vladimir Et le numéro 17, and number 17, Valérie Aranov. Et maintenant, les joueurs représentant l'équipe Canada. Representing Team Canada tonight. À leur tête, coaching, Billy Harris. Le gérant, the manager, Bill Hunter. Maintenant les joueurs, now the players. Le numéro 30, number 30, Jerry Cheever. Number 1, Don McLeod. Le numéro 2, number 2, Rick Lee. Le numéro 3, number 3, Jean-Claude Tremblay. Le numéro 4, number 4, Mike Walton. Le numéro 5, number 5, Régent Hull. Le numéro 6, number 6, Brad Selwood. Le numéro 7, number 7, André Lacroix. Le capitaine de l'équipe, the captain of Team Canada, le numéro 2, number 12, Pat Stapleton. Le numéro 14, number 14, Ralph Backstrom. Le numéro 17, number 17, Rick Smith. Le numéro 18, number 18, Paul Schmier. Le numéro 19, number 19, Paul Anderson. Le numéro 20, number 20, Bruce McGregor. Le numéro 21, number number 21, Serge Bernier. Le numéro 22, number 22, Marc Darty. Le numéro 23, number 23, Johnny McKenzie. Le numéro 27, number 27, Frank Mahovlich. Le numéro 16, number 16, Bobby Hall. Et le numéro 9, number 9, Gordie Howe. Mesdames, Messieurs, voulez-vous vous lever pour l'hymne national de l'Union des républiques socialistes soviétiques? Suivra immédiatement le Haut-Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the playing of the national anthem of the Soviet Union and remain standing for the playing of O-Canada.
like this international competition to grab you by the pit of the stomach as it is everybody here in the Quebec Coliseum. This is game one of the Canada-Soviet series from Quebec City.
Canada is an energy-rich country, but we consume over 45,000 gallons of oil every single minute of every day. If we continue to consume oil at this rate, without finding new sources, in 10 to 15 years we'll be into a serious supply shortage. We have to find more. And finding oil is a tough job. But with solid long-term objectives and policies from governments, combined with the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the oil industry to work out the details and mount the projects, the job will get done. But it won't come cheaply. Last year, Gulf Canada spent over $57 million finding and developing new energy resources. And this year we'll spend more than $110 million, because Gulf is confident that the petroleum reserves are there, enough to meet our needs for generations to come. With time, money, your understanding, and government cooperation, we'll stop a future supply shortage before it's too late.
Mesdames, Messieurs, nous sommes honorés par la présence du vice-président du comité des sports de l'Union soviétique, M. Georgi Rogolski, qui accompagnera le Premier ministre du Canada, l'honorable Pierre Trudeau, au centre de la patinoire pour la mise au jeu officielle. Également, dans un geste de fraternité et d'amitié internationale entre les deux peuples, le Premier ministre Trudeau et M. Rogolski ont invité les deux instructeurs, anciens joueurs nationaux pour leur pays respectif, à les joindre au centre de la patinoire. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored tonight by the presence of the Vice Chairman of the USSR Sports Committee, Mr. Georgi Rogolski, who will accompany the Prime Minister of Canada, the Right Honorable Pierre Trudeau, to center ice for the official face-off. As an expression of international sportsmanship that transcends national barriers, they have invited the two head coaches, each a former national star, Boris Kulagin and Billy Harris, to join them for the face-off. Along the captain, both team captains are asked in center ice. On se souviendra que le record d'assistance autorisée a été établi en 1968 lors du tournoi international de hockey de Québec. Claude Drouin, représentant des milliers de jeunes joueurs de hockey de par le monde, qui ont pris part à cet événement unique, remet un souvenir marquant le début de cette série à ses quatre dignitaires. In 1968, the all-time attendance record here in the Coliseum was established during the annual Quebec International Pee Wee Tournament, representing the thousands of Pee Wee players from all over the hockey world who have participated in this famous tournament. Is Claude Drouin, who will present each member of the official party with a special memento of the occasion.
What an exciting moment this must be for young Claude Drouin, who plays with his Saint-Foy Pee-wees AA competition here as he presents the special memento to Mr. Rogolski now, after having previously presented one to Prime Minister Trudeau, now to Coach Boris Kulagin and Coach Billy Harris of the Canadian national team. And so with the ceremonies now having been completed, and to the royal red carpet to be lifted, we'll now start to take a look at some of the people who will be starring out there on the ice tonight. For example, on your screen now, you'll see number 16, Bobby Hull. On the right side, Gordie Howe. Two players who worked hard in the hot summer to get ready so that they, with their age and their experience, could go together to be ready for an early September game against the Soviets, a chance they did not have back in 1972. Number 16, Hull, and number 9, Howe. Now, for the Soviet team, number 15, we have Alexander Yakushev, who, in my opinion, is the greatest hockey player in Czechoslovakia, at least in Russia. But many around the world think that number 17, Valery Harlamov, is the outstanding player in all of Russia or all of Europe for that matter. Both players were outstanding in the 72 series. Yakushev scored 7 goals, and Harlamov, he was outstanding. He took 3 goals and 4 assists. Here are the two people who are going to be called upon frequently in the series. Number 20, Vladislav Tutchak, and number 30, Jerry Cheevers. Tutchak came in 72 and literally stood the Canadians on their ears because Canadians felt that goalkeeping would be a weak spot insofar as the Soviets were concerned, but we learned otherwise. And number 30, Jerry Cheevers, in 6 years with the Boston Bruins, in 2 years with Cleveland Crusaders. Well, they're going to have a lot of firepower because both of these clubs are loaded with people who can shoot that puck. And now we're getting ready for the opening face-off. The referee is Joseph Kampala. Each team will not, well, I'll get an opportunity later to tell you how they're going to select the officials. But very briefly, a team out of this school will nominate 2. The other team will then pick one of those 2. The linesmen are Sergei Gusev of Russia and Jim LeBlanc of Canada. Joseph Kampala of West Germany. Going to center ice will be number 14 for Canada, Ralph Backstrom, with Frank Mahavlich on the left wing. Gordie Howe, number 9, on the right wing. And for Russia, Vladimir Petrov, number 16, will go to center. Valery Harlamov on left wing. And Boris Mikhailov on the right side. The puck is dropped down. The 1974 competition is underway. Now it's Gusev leading that up to the Canadian blue line with Whitey Stapleton to Mahavlich. Mahavlich out to center right to Gordie Howe. Now back to Backstrom, back to Howe. Over that line, moving right in. And it's loose in front of the net. Here's it back to the blue line, and the shot goes wide. Alexander Gusev trying to take it outside his own zone, fed a long pass. Back out to it is Ralph Backstrom. Backstrom looking for the right side pass to Gordie Howe. And Howe is moving right in there. He's showing them that he's gone back to J.C. Trombley. Shoots! It's loose in front of the net. They bang at it! And that was hit out by Tretiak. As the Canadians come up and open up, wide open, by playing deep inside the Soviet zone, something that they had planned not to do. Back to J.C. Trombley as the Canadians are changing on the fly. They're playing with 4 lines, and they're going to be changing frequently. Here's Lacroix losing the puck at center ice. Back on the right side to Harlamov. He's looking for Mikhailov. Mikhailov, number 13, he's bumped in there by Lacroix. He loses the puck and is taken by number 27, Frank Mahavlich. Whitey Stapleton dumps in. Going in over the line is Mahavlich fighting for it. And back comes Mikhailov at center ice, number 13, but Johnny McKenzie is out there with Lacroix. Bobby Hull comes out onto the ice. The Canadians are all bunching on the near side. Here's the pass over to Paul Smear. Smear to Bobby Hull. Hull over the line. He's hit and goes through. What a fast, wide open opening this game has had. It's back to the blue line, and it's intercepted by 15, Yakushev. To Shadrin, to Maltsev. Over the line, he does it. Shadrin takes it. But he was called onside at the Canadian blue line. Well, Howie, I thought they were going to open this up and play man-for-man checking to see to feel each other out, but they've done everything but that.
I was kind of surprised. I saw Stapleton leave his defensive position and make a rush on the far side, leaving his side open. But the key is they're sending one man in, and the wings are picking up the wings.
Now it's number 5, Kapustin. Stopped there by Jerry Cheevers to Bobby Hull around the boards. He gives it to Johnny McKenzie. McKenzie's pass intended for Lacroix was too far, and it goes all the way down the ice, and it was fouled back to icing. 2 minutes gone in the 1974 series. What we're looking for here with Andre Lacroix, number 7, he'll be looking to dump that left wing pass to Bobby Hull. Hull will be winding up in his own zone, and they're looking to give Hull that big break down the left side and hope that he can get advantage of that tremendous shot he has. Shadron and Lacroix. Lacroix gets the draw. Now they scramble for it under the legs, and it's taken by Paul Schmier. Schmier around the back of the Canadian net. Schmier is known as a hitter, but he's been told not to hit too often in this game. He's being checked very close, though. Throws it up there to Bobby Hull. He loses it, and Hull goes back for it. Bobby Hull turns. He's tied up by Yakushev. And Paul Schmier goes in to help him out. The puck is loose inside the Canadian zone. They try to come out the short side. There's a shot. It's blocked. Here comes Bobby Hull down the left wing, and he's tied up and pulled down. And the play is whistled dead. There's Paul Schmier reacting to a Russian player. And you're going to see some of that, even though Billy Harris says the perfect scheme would try to play for no penalties in 8 games and eliminate the Russian power play. And Easton, number 22, with Bodnov, 24 in the left wing. For Canada, it's the French selection line with Bernier at center, with Regine Houle. And Mark Tardif on the forward line. Whitey Stapleton and J.C. Tremblay on the defense. Here comes Whitey Stapleton. Up to his own line. The pass intended over there for Mark Tardif went too far. It's held inside. There's a tremendous body check to go right in front. They bang it, the loose puck. Lebedev took a tremendous body check.
Look at this. Great save by Tricek, and he also got the rebound.
Serge Bernier at center gets the draw. It's brought back out to the line, out to center ice. It's Bodnov, number 24. A long bouncing shot comes out on the open side. Out in front of the net, here it is Luchenko. Luchenko, the shot is blocked. Goalkeeper Jerry Cheever's got a skate on it. Now it's Yuri Lebedev, number 11, intercepted by 21 Bernier. Around the back of the net to J.C. Tremblay. Tremblay. Ahead to Regine Houle. And it's intercepted. And Easton, number 22, over the Canadian line. He has to stick handle with it, puts it right out in front, and back after it is number 12, Konstantin Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov, number 12, to Anison. Anison takes a look. Stapleton ties him up, and it's intercepted by Bernier. 4 minutes gone in the opening period. There's no score. Bernier down the right side, breaks between 2 players, and then throws a blind pass. Here comes Paul Henderson. Henderson came out off the boards as they're changing on the fly. Luchenko, number 3, on the right side. Back out to center ice to Harlamov. Harlamov going in over the line. His pass was too far. Puts it right back out in front again. Back to Gusev. Gusev shot. Blocked in front of the net. But Jerry Cheever's down. Vasiliev to Mikhailov. Mikhailov is tied up now by Stapleton. There's a loose puck in front of the net. And it's taken by J.C. Tremblay. Tremblay to Henderson. Henderson's long shot. And Tricek turned it aside there. He's right in. And Bruce McGregor just missed as he had the goalkeeper out of position. Now it's Mike Walton up there at center with McGregor parked in front of the net. Right out in front again, and Walton couldn't turn back for it. Walton, leading scorer in the WHA, throws it back over on the wing. It's picked off by Petrov, number 16. The Russians are being forced back inside their own zone. They head up in the left wing to Harlamov. The pass bounced off his stick. Number 6 is Brad Selwood. Put it on the stick of Gusev. Now it's Mike Walton winding up. Walton to Selwood behind their own goal. And the Team Canada's playing it very cautiously inside their own zone. They don't want to make any mistakes back there. Here comes Ricky Lee up there with McGregor. McGregor over the line to Walton. Walton going in offside. Paul Henderson was a half a step ahead of the play.
Canada, when they're close to the puck, are taking the man, but the problem is the Canadian in their own end, furthest from the puck, is leaving the play and running ahead, and if the Russians pick it off, we're going to be in trouble. The only time we've been in trouble so far, Johnny, is when the Canadian hasn't picked up his man.
Shadron, number 19, against Ralph Baxter, pulled a face-off. Schmier shot, blocked. Shadron takes it, head to Maltsev. Maltsev, and he's blocked by Schmier. It goes into the corner. Great recovery by Paul Schmier. as it's Rick Smith, number 17, deep inside Canadian territory, loses it, and it's picked off by Smith, who came back into position. Back out to the blue line, Sigankov. Sigankov throws a rink-wide pass, is taken by Gordie Howe. Gordie Howe turns, he's dumped, taken by Shadrin. Over to Yakashev, and Yakashev takes a shot from Gordie Howe. Here comes Frank Mahavlich. Mahavlich is bumped in there by number 5, Liepkin. Wide open hockey game as Maltsev goes down to the Canadian blue line. Gordie Howe's over there to tie him up, and he flips it out to center ice. That goes over the red line, but they had a chance to make a play on it, and it's out to center ice to Yakashev. Yakashev turns, wheels the pass to Shadrin. Shadrin throwing a long pass intended for Maltsev. Maltsev trying to tie up Rick Smith. Shadrin is bumped in there by Backstrom in the corner. They have a man loose in front of the net, but Schmier is really banging at him. And Jerry Cheevers has to come out to grab the loose puck. No score, 13-24 remaining in the opening period. The score, Canada nothing and the Soviets nothing. This game, game number 1 is from Quebec City.
Come on, Larry, let's get the show on the road. We've been all over the place. What kind of affairs are going to be without the O'Keefe caravan? This is their dressing room, office, PA system.
Okay, wise guy. You find it.
Turn left here. Sorry. Guess we should have turned right. The O'Keefe caravan will go to any community event, if you'll tell us how to get there. Just give us a call at Sport O'Keefe.
From the face-off, the play goes right over to Badenov inside the Canadian zone. It's back out to the blue line. Back out to Luchenko. Luchenko's shot is blocked and is taken over here by Johnny McKenzie off the boards out to center ice. Bobby Hull is circling over to center to make the check on Badenov. And Andre Lacroix goes over to pick up Hull's wing. Out to center. Badenov 24. To the blue line to Lebedev. Lebedev back to Luchenko, who shoots, and that's wide. Another shot that bounces over his stick. Back out to the line. It's Anison. Anison keeping it in. Here's Whitey Stapleton with Bobby Hull. Bobby Hull at center. They're changing players on the move. Hull over the line. Couldn't get a shot away. Trying to put it in front of the net with number 21, Serge Bernier. Couldn't get into position. Both teams are changing on the fly. Anison took a bit of a stick check there from Regine Houle. And back comes number 21, Serge Bernier. Bernier at center. Cut from behind by Harlamov, number 17. Harlamov, 2-on-2. Back to the blue line, and Petrov shoots. Oh, and a great save by Jerry Cheevers as he went to the top left-hand corner.
Some very amazing things are happening here, and it's Lacroix checking and McKenzie checking, but the 3 Russians are breaking away here in this position because the Canadians went in 3 abreast. And watch this great shot and a great save.
Goalkeeper needs a couple of big ones early in the game to really give him the confidence he needs, and Jerry Cheevers has made a couple of good ones. Now it's Petrov on the face-off, loses it to Serge Bernier with Brad Selwood behind his own net, number 6. Brad Selwood ahead to Regine Houle. Houle back to a corner, and it's Ricky Lee taking a look. The Russians are sending 2 men in deep as Houle goes around the back of his own net. Scoreless hockey game. Play comes over to Selwood. Selwood trying to dump it out, and the Canadians are having trouble getting it out of there. Finally, it's put to the blue line, but not out as Vasiliev kept it in. Here comes Mark Tardif. And he sidestepped the body check from Vasiliev. Vasiliev is a good body checker. Now there's a bump with Bernier and Mihailov, number 13, the captain of the Soviets. 11 minutes remaining in the first period. No score. Offside at center ice. Now we have Brad Selwood, number 6, and number 16, Vladimir Petrov, waving their sticks at each other. Mike Walton coming out on the ice for Canada. Play center, Walton, who scored 57 goals and 60 assists for 117 points to win the WHA championship this past season. Now, Paul Smear rushes in, takes a poke at the puck, and then hurries back to his position. at the line. It's a pass on the right side to Bruce McGregor. McGregor, oh, it passed. The Henderson was just a half stride too far ahead. Back comes the Soviets, led by Yakushev. Yakushev with Shadrin. He goes into the corner. He is tied up and is taken over there by number 17, Rick Smith. They leave it at the line. Paul Henderson's long shot is wide. Tretiak turns it back in the net. There's Henderson in throwing a body check. Number 19, Vladimir Shadrin. Number 19 on the right side for the Soviets. He stopped it inside the Canadian line. The puck comes out, taken by McGregor. It's a 2-on-1 break. McGregor with Paul Henderson. Henderson going in with McGregor. Oh! And the puck bounced right over the top of his stick in a beautiful passing play. Here it is, back to Yakushev. Yakushev, 2-on-2. It's Maltsev. Maltsev. Let the long shot go, but that hit the stick of Rick Smith. Jerry Cheevers grabbed it to hold on. A hot night, just like it was 2 years ago in the Montreal Forum, when the Soviets opened with that 7-3 win. But they didn't know what to expect that time. Team 74 knew what to expect when they met Team 74 from the Soviet side. Now J.C. Tremblay, who's got great moves. Dumps the puck out to center ice. Long pass to Luchenko. Luchenko cutting in with Anderson trying to lay it out in front. He shoots. Oh, and a great save by Jerry Cheevers. Back out to the front of the net. It's Bodnov. Bodnov to Anisin. And that's intercepted by Whitey Stapleton. He leaves the pass for J.C. Tremblay. Tremblay picking up to the line. The pass over there to Ralph Backstrom. But he's called offside. Ralph Backstrom, who at 37 years of age, playing like he's about 25 or 26 rather than 37. But he, I think, has been one of the outstanding players in the training camp for Team Canada so far. Now Gordie Howe is out there on the right side with J.C. Tremblay carrying the puck. Backstrom with him. Oh, and he took that pass and couldn't hold it. Back come the Soviets, led by Lebedev, number 11. Lebedev, the pass over to Luchenko. Luchenko, long shot, shot it wide, looking for his own rebound, but is taken by Gordie Howe. Here's Howe. Passes over on the wing and dumps it out to center ice. And the Canadians are changing on the fly. Andre Lacroix. Try to check. Number 12, Konstantin Kuznetsov. Finally does. Passes back out to center right for Lacroix. Lacroix with Howe on the wing. Pass over the right side to Mahavlich. Oh! A weak shot, went wide of the net. Howe trying to keep it in. Mahavlich comes over to do the back checking. Look at this. And here's Howe dumping it into Lacroix. Back over to Brad Selwood. Selwood to Mahavlich. Mahavlich racing in the corner. Howe goes off and Johnny McKenzie comes on. McKenzie throws a body check in the corner. Puck comes out to Mihailov at center ice now. Bobby Hollow's out there. Harlamov is overskated and the puck slides to the corner. Good back checking by Johnny McKenzie. He ties up Gusev. Gusev then breaks away. And Jerry Cheevers takes a slash at Mihailov, who is standing in front of the net. Here's a pass over to Bobby Howe. Howe couldn't get his stick on it. Howe overskated it. Fights to hold on. The puck hits the side of the net. Andy Lacroix, the bang in. Oh! Johnny McKenzie from Andre Lacroix. .47 mark.
Watch this play, throws it right back out in front. Just tremendous anticipation. Howe popped in and McKenzie read the signals right. Great goal.
7 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the opening period, and Canada has opened the scoring. With And the score, Canada 1, Soviets nothing. This is game 1 from Quebec City.
Good evening. So, Pow, what fiendish contraption have you devised to pit me against this time?
The pendulum. The principal weapon in a game of deadly accuracy I call pendulum pull. Play.
Butt out. I win. Pay off, Pow.
Seize him.
Master, look, I no longer cook it. How can I ever thank you?
Forget it.
Pendulum Pool by Aurora.
Serge Bernier goes to center ice now as Canada leads 1-0. And the long shot will be called back for icing. It's interesting to note on a new computer we're using that in the checking system, Gordie Howe has had to make 2 checks, has got 99% of it. A computer that's going to tell us the time on the ice, the number of checks made, the misses, the goals, assists, the times, and a number of things. And right so far, Gordie Howe is batting 99% in the checking department. Here comes Serge Bernier with Houle up on the right side. And Mark Tardif goes in over that line, puts it out front! And Serge Bernier had a rolling puck that he couldn't shoot. Back out front now to Regine Houle. Houle getting in front, he shoots! Hit the side of the net. Back to the goal goes Tardif, back to the blue line. And there's a race for it with Rick Smith, the old Boston Bruin, back to the line. Head over on the left wing to Paul Schmier, and he overskates it. This is Maltsev. Maltsev taken by Houle. Houle with Bernier, 2-on-2. Up over that Soviet blue line. Looking for Houle in front of the net. He shoots! Oh! He slid it right by the goalpost. Oh, a beautiful play by Regine Houle. Now they're really starting to hit down there. Back to the blue line to Tardif. Tardif to Rick Smith. He shoots. Touchback save. Into the corner again. This time it's Regine Houle fighting for it with Sandrin. And the face-off will come outside the Soviet blue line. Serge Bernier. 27-year-old Serge Bernier.
Watch the checking here behind the net. And it's amazing how the Canadian players are walking around the Russian players. Just a goal missed right there. Now look at this. It's going to be quite I would think, a violent, tough checking hockey game.
Back to the blue line. Whitey Stapleton shoots it deflected right over the top of the net. And a great chance there for Stapleton because Tretiak was blocked on the shot. Now come the Soviets inside their own line. Led by Kuznetsov, number 12. They head to Bodnov. Bodnov. Back to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov up over the line, a long, weak shot. Turned aside by Cheevers. Around the back of the net to J.C. Tremblay. Tremblay has trouble controlling it as Bodnov takes it away from him. They have a man loose in front of the goal. Back to Luchenko. And Luchenko's shot hit an ankle. This is Lebedev. Lebedev gets away from Tremblay. Stapleton knocks the puck off his stick. And then Stapleton goes in to tie him up in the corner. Whitey Stapleton around the boards and out to center ice. Back over the blue line, it's offside. Bruce McGregor was in and out. McGregor out there with Mike Walton. And with Paul Henderson on the left wing. There's Billy Harris, who's had so much international experience. And so far is certainly paying off. What a job he's done with this club.
I think Billy Harris has got to the Canadian players to bring them back in front of the net. They're giving the Russians a corner and flooding the middle of the ice, and it's going to be pretty tough for the Russians to get a shot away going through the center with 3 red jerseys plugged in there.
All right, now it's Ralph Backstrom's line out there with Frank Mahovlich and Gordie Howe. The puck is clear to the line, but not out. Dangerously close back of his own net there was Ricky Lee. He finally does lose the puck, has to go back and fight for it, and Gordie Howe takes it. Howe loses it. Back out to Howe, to Mahovlich. Mahovlich with Howe, 2 men back. He goes around one. Trying to get set, but he had a rolling puck that he couldn't control. Right out with the net! Oh! And Ralph Backstrom missed as he had the goalkeeper Tretiak out of position. Now it's Harlamov. Harlamov. Around in front of the net, they shoot. And it's picked off by Gordie Howe. Howe to Mahovlich. Mahovlich at center ice. Mahovlich is checked. And the Soviets take over again, and the Soviets are throwing that puck out to center ice, something we haven't seen them do too often. This is Gordie Howe being checked. Over to Harlamov. Harlamov shoots. The puck is bouncing in midair and is taken there now by, the goalkeeper, Jerry Cheevers, was well out of the net. Gordie Howe is on top of one player, Mihailov, holds him down, and he was doing, now watch goalkeeper Jerry Cheevers knock Mihailov away from the front of that net. There's Harlamov with Mihailov. Here's Andrei Lacroix. Lacroix, he's hit hard at center ice by Vasiliev. Here goes the shot there by Selwood, or by Ricky Lee, and it went wide of the net. Back comes Vasiliev, number 6, and both teams are changing on the fly. A 1-0 hockey game with 4 minutes remaining and Canada leading. And there's a good body check, goes into the corner, the puck goes into the crowd. That was Ricky Lee.
Got to be just tremendous hockey, Johnny. Great bodily contact hockey, and what's encouraging, all the Canadian players are finishing the check now. They're coming back deep in their own zone, and we're sneaking the odd fella around the defenseman. Sagankov missed the check, and Vasiliev missed the check. So if our fellas can stay wide and go around them, it's going to be lots of action.
Strap loose on goalie Jerry Cheevers' pad, but he is now called referee Kampala over, and he allows him to fix it. The linesman is Sergei Gusev from Russia and Jim LeBlanc from Canada. Now we're having a change with Serge Bernier going off, and Andrei Lacroix comes on with Johnny McKenzie and Bobby Hull. Shadron gets the draw back to the blue line, but it hopped over the stick of Sigankov, and he goes back to center for it. This is Rick Smith. Rick Smith couldn't make a play. Paul Schmier. Schmier, number 18, working his way to center. And he lost control of it. Back comes Maltsev. Maltsev going, and he shoots. Oh, they went wide. He tried to play for the short side as Bobby Hull takes it. Hull fights for it. And the puck is bouncing high in the air. Goes deep into Soviet territory. Back to the line. Schmier can't hold it in. Has to wait for them to get onside, and Bobby Hull takes Shadron out of the play. Over to the crowd. Back over to Bobby Hull. He shoots. Oh, and he just got a half a second late on that slap shot. But that's the play I was telling you about earlier. They're looking for Lacroix to feed that little left wing pass to Hull.
Well, if he can get it to him often enough, he doesn't draw back too far. Right here. Well, listen, we got into trouble here because the Canadian team gets the puck, and when we run 3 or 4 ahead of the play, then the Russians are going to take it off of us, and it's going to be 2-on-1 and 3-on-2, and we're in trouble. As long as we play defensive hockey, Johnny, completely take the man at every opportunity, and we're not going to get 6 goals. So the key here is keep them out of our net first, and then we'll get them up the other end.
Bernier shoots from the face-off, and it just goes wide of the net. Bernier gets the rebound, lays it out in front again, and Mark Tardif couldn't get a shot. I'll tell you, these referees are letting more go than I thought they would, particularly Kampala. Now is J.C. Tremblay. Good playmaker, but he put that one right onto the stick of an opposing player is Luchenko. Luchenko over on the left wing to number 22, Anisin. Anisin's shot is well off the mark. Tardif loses it to Bodnov. It's intercepted off the boards, and racing after it is Bernier. But Bernier was too well tied up by number 12, Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov, he's hit by Mark Tardif. Tardif gave him a bit of an elbow along the way. Here's Lebedev. Lebedev back to Anisin in front of that goal, and Whitey Stapleton covers up beautifully. Well, this is 2 minutes and 33 seconds left, and there's a look at the Soviet bench that averages 24 and a half years of age. They have the 17 best players from the 72 team, and they've added 10 new ones from Coach Kulagin's team, the Wings of the Soviet, which finally won their National A championship this year. Their shot from the blue line is well wide of the mark. It goes out to center ice, and there's a long pass over on the wing to Mike Walton, but that puck is bouncing. He has to wait for it to settle down. Paul Henderson threw that pass, but he threw it while he was down on one leg. Now the play comes out to the front of that Soviet net. Walton trying to come back. It's taken at the blue line by Ricky Lee. Lee with Walton. Walton takes that pass over on the left wing, looking for the drop pass to Henderson. He shoots. Oh, and Kutchak made the save. Canadians are not just shooting blind. They're looking for the play and making the play inside the Soviet zone. Back out to the blue line. Over to Bodnov. Bodnov, number 24. His poke checked out of the play and is taken now at center ice by Brad Selwood with Bruce McGregor. McGregor, drop pass here for Walton. Walton wasn't quite ready. Now Henderson throws a body check that hurts. Back on that left wing is Harlamov, but it bounced over the top of his stick and it goes inside, deep inside Canadian territory. Out in front, hopped over Vasiliev's stick. We have 1:25 left in this first period, and this is Paul Henderson with Harlamov, and Ricky Lee takes a run at Harlamov and knocks him down. Out at center, taken by Petrov. Petrov over on the wing to Mihailov. Mihailov with the big defenseman Alexander Gusev. Gusev goes in, the shot is blocked, and it's Backstrom clearing to center. 1:02 seconds left in the first period. Canada leading 1-0. A long pass over there to Harlamov. Harlamov at center. Paul Schmier intending the pass for Backstrom was well off the target, and it's picked off by Gusev. Gusev was stopped there by Gordie Howe, and it's Harlamov has to go in. Backstrom is there, almost picked it off, and it's back inside Soviet territory. Backstrom steps into him, gets the puck, trying to get that pass in front. Oh, they bang at it, and they've got Backstrom tied up completely, but there's no whistle on the play. Now it comes back to a long bouncy shot off the boards. That's loose in front of the net, and it's Jerry Cheevers who finally sits on it as Harlamov was banging away at a rolling puck.
Johnny, as long as this continues to happen, one Canadian in, and you see how the Canadians have picked up the puck? They've picked up their wings, we get the puck, and here we get a real good scoring chance from it. As long as we send just one man in, the wings pick up the wings and come back with the Russian wings, our defense can stand up and in the mean get a hold of that puck, and we'll go all right the other way.
Interesting note off our computer that Ralph Backstrom has had 6 face-offs, and he has won 5 of them. Here comes Johnny McKenzie at center ice, looking for that rink-wide pass to Lacroix. And it's picked off by the Soviets. Yakushev. Yakushev with 5 seconds. Playing it over the line, hit by Bobby Hull. He's knocked down. Play goes to the corner, and the buzzer sounds to end the first period. And what an opening period of hockey this has been. Canada opened on top. They did it by forechecking early. They completely tied up the Soviets, and as a result, they settled down. They gained a lot of confidence. And Billy Harris, by changing his lines every 40 to 50 seconds, kept them fresh. And so at the end of the first period, with the score, Canada won, the Soviets nothing. This is game 1 from Quebec City.